everybody, and welcome to the wonderful world of geometry. So sit back, take a trip with me because it's about to go down. Hi guys, it's me, the math coach, and I am here with my very first video. Yes, this is one of many to come. Today we're going to focus on our standard MD37. Specifically, we're going to focus on how to solve for unknown angles. But before we get into that lesson, let's review a little geometry. All right, here we go. So, our very first term that we're going to talk about is a right angle. Please commit this to memory, okay? A right angle has that square corner, okay? It has that little indicator that it's a right angle and it measures 90 degrees. Don't forget it. You'll need it for the rest of your life, okay? It measures 90 degrees. So we have our right angle. Next, I need you to remember that a straight angle measures 180 degrees. That's the measurement of a straight angle. Moving on to an acute angle. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So any measurement that's less than 90 is considered to be acute, okay? Next, we're going to obtuse angles. Obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees, okay? Those are obtuse angles. And last but not least, a complete turn. A complete turn is 360 degrees. Please don't forget these terms, guys, because we're going to use these over and over in the world of geometry. Okay, so now that I've gotten all of that out the way, hopefully you will commit it to memory because, again, you're going to see it again. But that's enough of all of that. Let's get into some examples. Let's start with example 1. What is the measure of the unknown angle? Well, the first thing we need to do is determine the type of angle we have. As you can see, the highlighted angle is a straight angle that measures 180 degrees. This 180-degree angle has been decomposed into two separate angles. Our first angle measures 20 degrees. Our second angle is unknown. So let's represent this diagram with an equation. Both of these angles combine together to give us 180 degrees. So our equation will read x plus 20 degrees equals 180 degrees. So now we can try to solve for x, our unknown value. We're going to use our knowledge of fact families. We know x plus 20 equals 180, so the other equation associated with this is 20 plus x equals 180. Our subtraction equation would be 180 minus x equals 20. And our last subtraction equation will be 180 minus 20 equals x. Of these four equations, which equation will we use to solve for x? That's the question. You're absolutely correct. We will use 180 minus 20 equals x. So now we're going to write our vertical equation so we can do our subtraction to figure out what the value of x is going to be. 0 minus 0 gives us 0. 8 minus 2 is 6. And 1 minus nothing is 1. So our unknown value is 160 degrees. That is the value of x. But we're not finished. We need to check our work. So let's check to see if we are correct. We check this by plugging in the value of x. So our new equation is going to be 160 combined with our 20 degrees should total out to be 180. Let's see. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus nothing is 1. We ended up with 180. It is correct. It checks. Great job. So let's move on to example 2. What is the measure of the unknown angle? Again, finding the unknown angle, we need to determine the type of angle that we have. We have a straight angle which totals to be 180 degrees. But this problem is a little different, being that it has been broken up into 3 separate angles, decomposed into 3 separate angles. So we're going to write an equation to represent this diagram. Our equation is 50 plus A plus 30 equals 180. So now we're going to combine our numbers, add those together. When we add those two numbers together, we end up with a value of 80. So our new equation is 80 plus A equals 180. Again, we're solving for A, so let's use our knowledge of fact families. Our other equation associated with this fact family is A plus 80 equals 180. Let me change that. Let me write it. Okay, there we go. A plus 80 equals 180. Our subtraction equation, starting with our total, is 180 minus A equals 80. And 180 minus 80 equals A. Again, which equation are we going to use to solve for A? You got it. 180 minus 80 equals A. So let's go ahead and set up our vertical equation so we can do our subtraction. 0 minus 0 gives us 0. 8 minus 8 gives us 0. And 1 minus nothing gives us 1. So our unknown value is 100 degrees. A equals, or X, that unknown value, X equals 100 degrees. But now we need to check to make sure we are correct. Plugging in that value for A. Our equation is going to be, I'm going to start with 100 degrees, plus my 50 degrees, plus 30 degrees, and we're going to add those 3 numbers together. Zeros plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. And 1 plus nothing is 1. Our equation totals out to be 180 degrees, so it checks. Great job. Now for our last example, example number 3. What is the measure of the unknown angle? This problem has been decomposed into 2 separate angles as well, but these angles together make a complete turn. A complete turn, right? And we know that a complete turn equals what? It equals 360 degrees. Absolutely correct. So these 2 angles combined together should be 360. So let's write our equation. 20 degrees, which is our known angle, plus D, our unknown angle, gives us a total of 360 degrees. Now we need to use our fact families to solve for D. D plus 20 equals 360 is our second addition equation. Starting with our total for our subtraction equation, it would be 360 minus D equals 20, or 360 minus 20 equals D. Which equation are we going to use to solve for D? You got it. 360 minus 20 equals D. Let's set this up as a vertical equation so we can go ahead and do our subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 2 is 4. And 3 minus nothing is 3. So our unknown value, D, is 340 degrees. Are we finished? Not yet. What do we have to do? Check it. Absolutely. Let's check. We're going to plug in our value for D, adding it to our known angle to see if it gives us a total of 360 degrees. So let's do that. 340 plus 20. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 3 plus nothing is 3, giving us a total of 360 degrees. It checks. All right, guys, hopefully now that we've gone over all of those examples, you have a clear understanding of how to solve for unknown angles. Please remember, it doesn't matter how many angles your total angle has been decomposed into. The method is still going to be the same, so don't you forget it. I've enjoyed working with you all today. Hopefully you've learned a lot. Until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.